Hey, hey, hey. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here to the replay viewers. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. If you're here for the first time, listen, go to bit.ly/your love call 20. If you need to connect with me, we got to have a love conversation. Otherwise, go ahead, share the broadcast. Sharing is Karen. I appreciate you doing that. For those who do not know me, I'm Tisha Marie Johnson. We're going to have a conversation tonight. And so I'm excited, looking forward to this time together. So, again, go ahead and share the broadcast. Put a one in the comments if you are here for the first time so we can love on you. Say hello so I can say hello back. Again, not trying to put you on the spot, just want to share some love with you. So I appreciate you being here. See, y'all thought I wasn't coming back today. I know. But I'm excited to be here. And listen, I'm going to be talking about this incredible telesummit that we're doing. September 22nd through the 27th is going to be fire, in the words of my sister CJ. So we're going to talk about that too. But tonight, as we prepare for this telesummit, which is what he really wants, and I've got some amazing guests that will be joining me during the telesummit in the morning and at night. So listen, you're gonna have to join this conversation. It's gonna be juicy, whether you join in the morning or at night. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But tonight, I just wanted to come on. I was watching. There are a couple people that I do watch on Facebook Live, Facebook Watch, I should say. And I really love Judge Lauren Lake. So, that's paternity court. And I love, what is it? Divorce court with my girl. And so I was watching the episode of, I guess she has, Lynn Toller, she has a Before I Do, where you come, you present these facts, and she, walks you through some steps and some things and whatever's happened. Now, this was like my first time watching it, so I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept, because I do know that a lot of people don't go through premarital counseling, and so I just want to talk about that episode, like for real, for real. So give me 1 second. I want to share the broadcast. Go ahead and share the broadcast with those that you know. Again, I'm looking forward to an exciting conversation just for a little bit this evening. I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the first time viewers. So let's talk about it. So in this episode of Before I Do, she had this couple in front of her that were about to get married. I guess they had set the date. They had been together for several years. He had waited until the week before the wedding and decided to tell her that he was still in love. We eventually found out who it was, one of his baby mamas. And so his last baby mama, to be exact. And the lady was distraught. How could he wait till the week before? Why couldn't he tell me before? And so, they went on to, tell the story because, Judge Lynn, she wanted to hear the story just like Judge Lake. She wants you to help her understand what she's about to rule on, right? So, she goes on to tell the story how they've been together and she loves him. And, he's had all these different women and they were together. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining us. They were together and, she just love him, and how could he do this to her over and over and over again? So it was like, in the midst of it, he had dealt with like 7 women. Yeah, I wanted that to marinate. 7 women. Really, dude? You got me messed up. 7 women in the midst of their relationship, if I'm not getting it twisted, okay? But it didn't sound like these were women who were of no consequence before they got together. Thank you for sharing, Jennifer. And so I was like, what? Okay, now listen. Two things I want to tell you, especially if you've never been on my broadcast before. Number one, we're gonna have a hard conversation. So just brace yourself. It's gonna be a hard conversation, but it's in love because I'm a woman who's been through some extreme pain. I've been through some crazy relationship experiences, so I get it. So I'm not sitting here from some white shiny throne like, oh, I can't believe she did that. Cause listen, been there, done that. Not 7, but 2 is too many. 1 is more than enough. Okay, so I'm just like, and of course, not hearing fully her side or her background or her story, is really hard to make a judgment as to why she has allowed herself to be in that situation. But the thing about it is 7, and they've been together for some years, so yikes. But I understand, listen, I understand having invested time and money and energy and a whole bunch of other stuff in a relationship. And so, yeah, you ain't quick, fast, and in a hurry to walk away. But listen, can I just say, um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because you deserve so much more. And part of it may be. So I'm going to talk about 5 things tonight. 5 reasons why you stay in a relationship that you know is not good for you. And it's never an all-inclusive list. So, please understand that. But we're just going to talk about 5 things tonight. And if you haven't shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast. So, for those who do not know me, my name is Tisha Marie Johnson. I am the CEO and founder of Your Love of a Lifetime, helping you manifest true and lasting love. If you want to manifest the right man, now you can manifest a man, but is he the right man? Ask me how I know. Yeah. So my relationship story is this. Listen, been there, done that. Married and divorced. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I still believe in love. I still believe in the covenant of marriage. But you have to go through a healing process in order to get to that point. And you have to have done the work on yourself. Like seriously. Otherwise, you find yourself in the same relationship patterns, wondering when it's going to get better. Okay, so number 1, you stay. Hey D, thanks for joining. Hey little brother, you supposed to be honeymooning. Why you on my broadcast? Y'all say congratulations to my little brother Tim. I don't know if he's still on. Thank you for sharing, D. I don't know if he's still on, but he got married this weekend. Him and Sade. Hey, the newlyweds. I love it. I love it. I love it. So and mind you, Tim, my little brother, yeah, he my little brother. So little brothers hang around you, right? So he's hung around me for quite some time, and he finally got on the good foot. And guess what? He manifested a great woman, and she's gonna be an awesome wife to him. I'm so excited about that. But number 1, you don't love yourself. Nah, let me help you. I know that sounds harsh. Remember, we're gonna have the hard conversation. You might like yourself, but has anybody ever been in a situation? Look, you can like yourself and not love the decisions that you make. You can like how you look and still find something wrong or flawed with your body. You can like yourself as a person in general, overall, but there's just something, some story that you're holding on to from the past, some relationship that didn't work that causes you really, truly not to love yourself. Ooh, the numbers went down. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Uh, it's all good. Whew, that is funny to me. So listen, it's tight, but it's right. It is. So you don't fully love yourself, and that comes again with some work. That comes with knowing your flaws, knowing your shortcomings, and accepting them, and really truly coming to love the man or the woman that you are, in spite of. God didn't make a mistake when he made you. So you I know there are a lot of reasons why people don't really love themselves. I've been interviewing some men about what they want in love and relationship, and you'd be surprised at some of the things that men have had to deal with and what they currently deal with in order to just be. I mean, can we talk about being a black man? Y'all already know what that scenario looks like. So compound the outside world on top of what internal things that man may be dealing with, what kind of corporate things that man may be dealing with. Wow, a lot. It's a whole lot. And so you've got to come to a place, whether that's through therapy or counseling or some kind of class or course, to help you learn to love you. And listen, if you come and join one of my courses, we are preparing for a 12-week course about manifesting the right man. One of the components is really loving you, because guess what? Men love women that are confident. Men love women who love themselves. The man that loves a woman that got low self-esteem is a man that is probably going to manipulate and use her. So yeah, you can have low self-esteem and still have a man. Is it a quality relationship though? Because when you don't feel the best that you can feel about you, that affects every area of your life. When your heart is broken, come on, for my Divorce After Dark people, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Your head is not working right. When your heart is broken, that's why you got to fix your heart. You must fix your heart. Otherwise, you will accept anything in a relationship. And who has time for that foolishness? I know I don't at all. But look, again, it's no judgment. Been there, done that. Got the cookie, the t-shirt, and the flag. Okay. I got it all because I was that woman. Because of different things in my life, I felt like I had to get love how I could get it. I had to get love from the sources I can get it from. Not good for my life, but the choices I made. And eventually I had to make a different choice. So you don't love yourself. I know it's tight, but it's right. Listen, it's gonna get better. You know, I gotta give you the strong stuff first. Number two, would you put a two in the comments? And again, welcome. Thank you so much. If you are just joining me, you've never been here before, I appreciate you joining. Welcome. I'm Tisha Marie Johnson, founder and creator of Your Love of a Lifetime. And I'm excited to be here. Amazon best-selling author of After Him Emerged. So listen, we know just a little bit about love and relationship. And we just want to share so that people are in loving relationships. Look, I'm tired of the divorce statistics being what they are. A lot of times, and you need to come back to the telesummit, because we're going to talk about what it looks like to prepare for that committed relationship that you desire. Does everybody want to be married? No. And trust me, if you don't want to be married, let me help somebody. If you do not, at your core, want to be married, don't take that step. That is serious. Listen, it's you play with somebody's heart, their mind, their emotions. You don't want to be there. Man, that's a volatile situation. Just don't do it. hurt me at the altar and say you don't want to do it than marry me and it be a mess. I'm just saying. Number two, your mind is playing tricks on you. Now, that could be for various reasons. It could be, again, the way you grew up. It could be the stories that you were told, that you're retelling yourself, that you better be lucky you got a man. He kicking my tail every night. What? Girl, look, you got to pay the cost somehow. No, man. That ain't how that go. That's how the lady was like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. No, him kicking your tail is not the best for your life. It ain't even love. It's the representation of love that that person may have seen, but it's more like manipulation and the need to be empowered over somebody. It's not love, because love is clear on what love does. Love is not abusive. And there are several forms of abuse. So don't get stuck on the physical abuse. There's mental, emotional abuse. I wasn't physically abused in at least two of my marriages. Yikes. But there was emotional, mental abuse. Some say the scars that you can't see are almost worse than the ones that you do see. So there are various forms of abuse. So your mind telling you, well, yeah, you need to be here. Yeah, this is the relationship for you. Yeah, peace of man is better than no man. Yeah, you just gotta pay the price. He gonna get better. He gonna get the help. He gonna get the therapy. And listen, fellas, I'm not dogging y'all, because I know there are women on the other side of that fence too. I know some men that are abused in various ways. Who does that foolishness? But I understand abuse is abuse. If you find yourself in that victim place, it's for a number of reasons. And the goal is to not continue to be a victim for life. Take your scars, take your bruises, take yourself and get the help that you need so you don't stay in that position, because love is a beautiful, wonderful thing. Now, it's hard. Commitment's hard. When you come together for marriage, it's bringing this one person and this other person together and making them one. That's hard. Sometimes it's oil and water. It just don't work at all. And that's a relationship that you certainly don't want to be a part of. Listen, I'd rather have eggs and milk, because they blend together fine. But oil and water, it might have the appearance of something that looks like it's blended, but it's how many know it's not. It's always going to separate. So don't let your mind play tricks on you. Alternatively, number 3 is don't let him play tricks on you. And fellas, again, I'm talking to you if that's a woman playing tricks with you. I don't want to see no men taken advantage of. I know there are a lot of men that get taken advantage of, and then they want to be a dog for the rest of their lives. No, that's not the goal. That's not the purpose. Just because one person did you wrong, did you dirty, don't mean that every person in the world is going to do that. But guess what? It starts with you. You got to do something different. So, ladies, don't be played with. Listen, there is play in relationship, but it ain't that kind of play. Got to come back on Fiery Friday to understand what that means. We can play cops and robbers. We can play a whole bunch of stuff. But play with somebody's mind, somebody's heart, somebody's emotions, never. not intentionally. Are we always going to make the best decision? Are we always going to say the right thing? Are we always going to be in the right mood? Are we always going to put that other person first? No. But it's one thing to maliciously, deliberately be abusive or demeaning to somebody else, and to do it unintentionally. I could just be having a bad day. Somebody could have just pissed me off at work. And so I come home wrong and take it out on that person wrong. But nonetheless, it could happen. That's different from, I'm just going to be out to get this person. I'm just gonna do all my dirt, dog them out, and expect them to still love me in the morning. No, not how that works. But people live in it because they feel like they don't have a choice. And I'm here to let you know that you do have a choice. You don't have to take that. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to stay in that. Now, I'm not telling nobody what to do with their relationship. I'm here to present facts to you, and you make an intelligent decision about your love life, your relationship, your heart, your head, all that. But I'm here to tell you that you deserve better. Number four. And again, thank you so much for joining. If you have not shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast. Sharing is caring, and I appreciate you sharing this broadcast. So listen, number four ties into what event is coming up, and that is our What He Really Wants Telesummit. So listen, I set out to do something different, to kind of fill a different space, a different need. And one of the things is that, especially for women, we think we know what men want. Now, a person who, I'm in a relationship space, I'm always listening, reading, researching, all of that. These men have blown my mind. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. You telling me something. Not that I haven't heard it all. No, I haven't heard it all. But I'm just saying, I look, I'm in search for data, information, all of that. Real life testimonies. I listen to people's stories. I'm a watcher of relationships. I see well, and I understand partly why women make mistakes, because we don't know what they want. We don't know what they want. And you got to understand, of course, each man is going to be different. But let me tell you something. All of them had some key things in common. None of them knew each other. None of them even knew who was being interviewed. So it wasn't like they got together, formulated their answers, because they didn't even know what questions I was asking. And that was on purpose. I didn't want a rehearsed answer. I wanted a gut, coming from your heart, straight, no chaser answer. And ladies, that's what they've been giving me. So if you're a fella and you want to express your opinions on love and relationship, you still have an opportunity to do so. Comment below, and I will definitely have me or my team get in touch with you so we can go ahead and interview you. We're going to be doing interviews probably for a couple more weeks. And I have a goal. I want at least about 35 more men that I want to survey and get their opinions on love and relationship from you. So if that's you, look, comment below, hit me in my inbox, let me know that you're interested in being interviewed. And listen, join me for this telesummit. I got some juicy guests, ladies, and not to mention they are handsome men. Now, a couple of them are married. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to get some single guys, so there's some possibilities. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not doing this for a love connection, so to speak, but it could happen. One of my guests is looking I think a couple of my guests are looking. So, and I ain't telling you which ones, but it might come out in their story, in their presentation, but it's going to be fire, in the words of my sister CJ. So I'm excited, looking forward to it. September 22nd through the 27th. Listen, share the broadcast so that somebody can hear this information and come on back. Y'all don't want to miss this event. More information will be forthcoming before the week ends, but listen, set your dates, set your reminders, save the date. What he really wants, Telesummit. The information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be on social media. So I'm excited and looking forward to it. So number four is we think we know, or we think it's what he wants. We think our role, we think, not know, we think this is what he wants. He wants me to be patient through his shenanigans. He wants me to love him, flaws and all. My heart is crushed, my heart is broken, but he wants me to love him. He wants me to be at his beck and call. He wants that. He wants me to be his everything. He wants me to be his mama and the nanny and the babysitter and the financier and the driver. And he wants me to do that. You may have a man that wants those things, but I know other real men that would label him a boy. A boy wants you to be his mama. A boy wants you to treat him in that way. I used to have a relationship. I'm going to just say that. He would say to me all the time, "You not my mama." Last I checked, unless you got something to tell me, I'll do to you what your mama do to you. And if I do, Houston, we got a problem. No. I ain't trying to be your mama. I don't want to be your mama. But I want you to be a man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You have to find out. And this comes through open, honest communication, conversation, to understand and know what it is that he really wants. Because we're just going through the motions, being in these relationships, and it's a mess. It really is a mess. And so you got to have open, honest communication, even about the hard topics. Why is it that, and I know why it is. We feel that if we tell our truth, we feel that if we are truly our most authentic self, that we're not going to be loved. So, excuse me, we try to present what we think they want, when really truly, now the men that I've talked to say that they want you to be all of who you are, flaws and all, because they realize they have flaws. And a lot of them, hey Rochelle, a lot of them have realized that how they messed up before and how they had to do some things to get in a better position so that they didn't do it to the next one. Now I know a lot of men, it seems that they don't take time in between relationships. That happened to me more than once. But a lot of times they've been checked out of this relationship. and moved on to the next one. So whereas you don't see the time and space is in between the two of you. And once it's just finally severed or whatever causes it to end, they go ahead and move on to what they started. That is it. Unfortunately, women really aren't built that way. But I know a lot of y'all, I mean, not a lot of y'all, I didn't mean a lot of y'all. Some try to take that same man mentality and, you going to get over the last one by getting under a new one. How's that working for you? Probably isn't, because there are things that you have to deal with from either the current relationship or unresolved issues from the past in order to be able to move forward and have something different, some desirable, something that looks more like what you really truly want. But it takes time to do that work. How much time? I can't say. Some people are like, oh, it takes a month for every year you were together, or some crazy concoction of a solution. It takes the time that you spend doing the work. Now, I know we don't want to talk about work, but listen, it's work. You gotta work. You gotta work at healing your heart. It ain't always hard work. Once you get through the hard parts, the other parts are kind of simple. Make some adjustments, do some tweaking to get to truly what you want and where you want to be. But you got to be willing and not stay stuck in the pain. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They stay stuck in the pain. Oh, they hurt me. Marriage sucks. Men suck. Even to the point some go to the other side. Heal your heart before you make a decision about the next. Heal your heart first. Healing is a choice. I know of a person who I'm not gonna tell too many of her details, but really, who I listen. She is the epitome of healing as a choice, because the things that she's been through, the abuse, the trauma that she went through, it sometimes is a wonder how she still has her mind, how she still loves, how she's still open to God. I know people that, somebody died in the family and they just hate God for life and things like that. It's a wonder. But what I said to her was, wow, you are truly the story of healing as a choice. And she's determined that those things that happened to her are not going to prevent her from moving forward in her life. And I'm just like, wow, it's possible. I hope she tells her story. I hope she comes on one day to really, truly help inspire and encourage some people that, yeah, you can go through some really jacked up stuff. I don't know another way to say that. I mean, some stuff that just you wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. Some of us have been through those types of things. And yet to be able to say, I'm not going to hold it against everybody. I'm going to really deal with this pain so that I can move forward in my life. That takes courage. It takes great courage. But I'm here to tell you that it's possible. I should be mad. Listen, I should have the off the chain prison ministry, because if I enacted the things that I thought about, I wouldn't be in jail. I'm trying to tell you. Not because I'm a mean, malicious, evil-spirited person, not at all. However, sometimes people will push you to your limit. When the TV show Snap came out, I was like, what? Listen, I get it. Somebody who, on top of everything else that you're dealing with, how somebody can cause you to like literally lose it and do things that you never imagined you would do. One of my sisters posted the other day about Jasmine Sullivan's song, Bust the Windows Out His Car. Listen, that was me. That was my story. You get my book after him emerge. I tell you a lot of it. Because that was me. Oh, I was about to bust the windows, throw a cocktail. Oh yeah, it was a whole bunch of stuff. Because when people hurt you and you're in that situation where it's your life, your sanity, or you getting out, breaking free, it's no telling what you might do in that situation. That's why I'm saying you might think it's what he wants. You might feel like I have no other choice, but you always have choices. Number 5, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Number 5, you are enough. You're enough. Now, sometimes you're more than enough for some people. You are such that some people cannot, they don't have the capacity to handle all of who you are. That's why it don't work. And that's why you need to quit trying to force a square peg in a round hole. Never gonna fit. Can't do it. Now, can you fit a circle in a square space? You could, but that's not the intent. But you need to know that you're enough, ladies. There's a man that's gonna love you. Whether you have children. Now I know most of the men I talk to, they don't want a whole bunch of drama. So now if you got baby daddy drama, it might take a little more to find the right man that's going to be able to sustain that. But I don't care if you size 2 or you size 32. There's going to be a man who will love every part of you. Nah, have a good heart. Be working on yourself. Always be improving. We're going to talk about what men want from women. And a lot of the stuff that y'all doing on social media ain't what they want. Or maybe that's just the kind of dude you want. But the real men that I've been talking to, yeah, that they ain't looking for that. They may look at the Instagram chick. That ain't what they're taking home to their mama. So you want to be the Instagram chick that he looking at, scrolling at, showing to his buddies? Or do you want to be the one to get the ring and he take you home? It's a choice. But it starts with knowing that you're enough, that your life experience, even the hurt and the pain that you've been through to make you the woman that you are, it's enough. There's a man who's going to love you. I know a lot of men that don't like my story. And they might be like, oh, she pretty, but well, no. But there's one who will love me, support me, encourage me, and all of that. Because I'm enough. And I don't have to settle. Ladies, you don't have to settle. You thinking, oh, my clock is ticking. If I got caught up in that clock is ticking story, I probably would have 7 baby daddies. Like for real. Cause I'd have been trying to fulfill that need. No, I want the right one. Listen, I don't know. It was just something about turning 50 2 years ago that was like, yeah, do I like my life? We got to make some changes, and that's what I've been doing, making some changes because there's so much more. And oh my God, I spent so much time focused on the wrong stuff. Listen, don't do that. You in your 20s and your 30s, don't do that. I'm having conversations with my nieces now, like, look, I know you want love. It's so much deeper. There's so much more. Bottom line, before I go down that rabbit hole, uh, you are enough, lady. You're enough. You're pretty enough. You're smart enough. You have what it takes. You're dependent enough. Listen, men want women who are independent but not so independent that I don't need no man. Quit lying. You do. Now you might not need him to take care of you, but I'm sorry. Just certain stuff you need a man for. Pardon me. I mean, that's just true. So be real with yourself. Okay. Where's my niece Tia? Okay. Be real with yourself. Be true to yourself. Man, you deserve it. So listen, join me back tomorrow and prepare to join me on September 22nd through the 27th for What He Really Wants. Telesummit is gonna be incredible. It's gonna be fire, yeah. It's gonna be fire, yeah. The morning sessions. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm still in the process of confirming some guests. Last few, putting the icing on the cake. But I'll be sharing that information with you soon. I want you to come back. Listen, share the broadcast. Let somebody know that we are going to be having this telesummit and it's gonna be good. And I'm still talking about giving away a really awesome gift. I don't know if we're gonna give it to a couple or we're gonna give it to somebody single. Probably somebody single, but you know, we're gonna do that. So I'm excited again. Thank you so much. If you need help, you listen to this conversation and you like, girl, I think I'm ready. I think I need to get some help so I can move from some of these places. Schedule a call with me, bit.ly/your love call 20, bit.ly/your love call 20, bit.ly/your love call 20. We can have a conversation and help you get to the place that you want to be. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great, awesome night. Love you guys. See ya.